Hello, my fellow racers, and I'm back with another video today. And why am I in court?
You are here because your opinion is trash.
What? No, I haven't even gotten to my opinion yet. But here's my opinion. In the comments, you can discuss if it's bad or not. That the Mazda 787B is a bad car in terms of motorsports, and it's overrated in general. Now, by the end of this, you can either agree with me, but I'm just going to prove Judge Bear over here that I am completely correct and will stand by my opinion. Now, let's get into the video, shall we? And sorry I didn't post in 2 weeks. Busy editing this video and life just got in the way. Alright, taking a deep dive into my personal opinion that the Mazda 787B is a very bad car. Comparing it to what everyone puts it to the standards of. Now you may be thinking, whoa. That, you are speaking way too much over your head here with saying it's an overrated car. It was the first Japanese car to win Le Mans. I can understand that. People can say that, yes, it is the first car to win Le Mans. But it gets to a point where you have to realize that it was only a Le Mans winner because of a issue that another car had. Now, I know motorsports is about luck and stuff like that, but it gets to a point where you realize, oh wait, they didn't win off pure pace, they won because of luck. Now, just to get a podium on Le Mans is still an honorable achievement, but to win is another category in itself. Now, the thing I get really angry, or really, I could say irritated about, is when people say the Mazda 787B is the number one Japanese manufactured motorsports car. And then there's where the point where I have to be like, okay, I could understand maybe it's a good car because it won Le Mans, but saying it's the best motorsports car, we'd have to draw a line there. Now, let me cut to my white screen real quick. Why, thank you. So, here's my white screen, and here's where I'm going to break it down even further. So, you see the Mazda 787B, sorry if it sounds like a cutoff, but here's the Mazda 787B's general stats. It has 21 races, it has entered 3 racing series, it has 1 win, 0 championships. That's where it stops. That, as much as the people say it's a good car, that's where it stops. 1 win, no podiums, no championships. God damn, that voice crack is crazy. Now, I'm gonna put it into comparison to what I think my top 1 Japanese car is, which is the Toyota TS050, or I don't know how to say it properly, but Toyota TS050 hybrid, which this is I could say good comparison since they're both Japanese cars and they both raced roughly the same amount of races and are both called the peak of endurance motorsports cars for Japanese wise manufacturers. So now, taking the Mazda's one, we're just going to push that up, and I'm going to take myself off screen right now just to put a better retrospect. The Toyota has 34 races, and it has 9, I'm skipping something. It has 1 racing series entered, which is, of course, WEC. It has 19 wins, 46 podiums, and 16 pole positions, 15 fastest laps, 4 championships. Now, just mind you, that is in 3 seasons, which means 2 drivers and 2 constructors, which is an insane amount to say the least. That in 3 years, 2014, 15, 16 of WEC, going against Porsche, which back in the day with Mazda, they also did the same thing. So it's a fair comparison between these 2 manufacturers. Now, if you look at this, you can clearly see that, yes, the Mazda falls very much short of what a top 1 Japanese motorsports car should be, or in general a top 1 motorsports car should be. You should be good in every category, not just one race, Le Mans. As much as it's a good thing to win, you can't just rely on your entire success just being one Le Mans victory, since that can weigh down your entire company as a whole. And since you have that one win, you expect to put this car into more variety of championships, but then it just falls short everywhere. And that's when they start throwing those cars back and thinking, hey, this was a bad decision. But the Toyota, you could put it in IMSA, you could put it in, well, currently Asian Le Mans series is going to have GTPs, or, prototypes. But they don't really have it, since that's only for privateer teams. But, like I'm saying, that's my top one car, compared to what some people would say it is. Now, I have seen a lot of people talk about this car and saying it's a good car, but I hate when it's always mentioned in a video and people say it's the best car. Best sounding, sure, but best in general, no. Now, I'm going to even break it down further, taking one of my favorite cars in terms of endurance racing and putting it against the Mazda 787B, as just as like a fair comparison. So, behold to you, let me just chuck out the way the Toyota, the Peugeot 905. This is a car which was roughly manufactured straight before the Mazda was. No, I think it was after or before. I remember checking it on Wiki, but I can't remember if it was before or after the Mazda. But anyways, getting that out of the way, the Peugeot 905 has 17 races, 1 racing series entered, which is the Sports Car Championship. I think that's what its name is. It has 9 wins, 18 podiums, and 2 championships. Retrospect, there's 2 years, and it's won Le Mans multiple times during its 2 championships, which is only 2 years, but you get the point. No, I think it was like 1-1, or 1 constructors, 1 drivers. Yeah, that's how it worked. So, now this is an even bigger retrospect. A car that is very underrated and like overshadowed by every other old Le Mans car outbeats the Mazda. It just shows that there's some things that if you dig deeper in, you start realizing, hey, the Mazda isn't that good of a car. As much, I'm not trying to downplay whoever made the Mazda. It is a beautiful car, and it's such a success. It started the Japanese revolution, basically, to go for Le Mans. But it does get heavily, if people start looking, it gets overshadowed by a lot of other companies. Like, especially, like, Toyota or, like, Peugeot. Even though Peugeot is French, I would still put it as, like, a car that could be better than the Mazda, or is indefinitely better than the Mazda 787B, which is the Peugeot 905. Now, why did I even go on this rant? It's because I kept on seeing videos about the Mazda 787B being called the so-called top 1 Japanese car, or Japanese motorsports car. And they would say they elite ball knowledge. Like, no, bro, you're throwing an air ball. Like, putting it first is just a disgrace. Putting Toyotas or Nissans, who on multiple, as much as you would say, oh yeah, Mazda 787B has the first win as a Japanese car, Nissan's record, even though they have not won one, they have been on that podium more times than I can count. Would you rather have 7 podiums at Le Mans, being second, or would you rather have 1 win? Now, if you chose podiums, then that proves my statement correct, that the Mazda 787B is an overrated car and is not good at motorsports. Now, I would like to thank you for listening to my good little rant, as I wanted to get this off my chest after seeing so many videos about the Mazda 787B, as much as it's overrated. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Rally Racing Rat out.